We are just 1 week away from the Kansas City Chiefs Detroit Lions season opener in Arrowhead. I will be there. Hope to see you there as well. And the Detroit Lions are still making moves. Now they've been kind of shoring up the wide receiver depth, and now they go into the defensive line depth with the latest signing. Coming from Jay Morrison, shout out to my guy, Mr. Poole. The Lions are signing defensive end Raymond Johnson III to the practice squad per source. Johnson led the Bengals in QB hits and pressures in the preseason and was tied for second in sacks and total tackles. And if you look at the comment section of that video, the Bengals fans are happy to see him sign with the Detroit Lions, as he was buried on the depth chart with the Cincinnati Bengals, but they know that we are getting a decent player. Now, his stats are not that great. He was actually undrafted, and coming from ESPN in the 2023 season, the preseason, he had 3 tackles, 3 tackles and a sack and a half, and a forced fumble. That is pretty darn good. And 3 tackles. So you mean to tell me you got to the court, you had 3 tackles, 3 solo. And out of those 3 tackles, you got a sack and a half and a forced fumble, unless it's not adding his total. Now, he did play in 2021 for the New York Giants during the actual regular season. He played in 15 games. He had 3 tackles, 1 assisted, 1 sack. I mean, so this dude, he's in the game, but I guess when he gets to you, he's going to make some noise, which is fantastic. Now, what I'm going to do is, if we have a player that we don't know anything about coming from a different team, I think I'm going to highlight some facts about that player that way we can kind of know who we're getting here. Now, this is coming from NFLDraftBuzz.com. His strengths: strong tackler, has good power in hands, and can anchor, shed, and chase. Aggressive with good awareness to track the ball and attack. Tenacious, tough, competitive, and versatile. Coordinated with some smooth movements. High effort rusher and works through the whistle. Relentless worker, fighting off blocks and battling to the ball. Excellent hustle and chase tackler. Good closing speed with change of direction to corral mobile quarterbacks. That is something we need. Average quickness and power, and his bull rush will be stonewalled. Comes off the snap high, losing leverage. So this is something definitely that this guy could use some work, but nonetheless, he seems like he could be a potentially quality player. Weaknesses: not a quick twitch player, won't consistently threaten the edge, few explosive qualities, and lacks great initial bursts and overall range for the position. Lacks the speed to turn the quarter consistently and is too often washed out by strong-handed blockers. Not overly flexible or loose, limited. Predictable pass rush arsenal, struggles to locate the ball at times and needs to do a better job with his read and react skills. Doesn't have the elite quickness or flexibility to flatten off the edge against NFL blockers, and might have to add bulk to be a 3-4 defensive 5 technique or a strong side end in a 4-3. Misses tackles even when he gets his hands on the ball carrier. Needs to improve hand placement and technique. So it sounds like this guy is indeed a work in progress, but that would explain why he was not drafted and is on the Detroit Lions practice squad and has not seen much action during his NFL career. But nonetheless, we have a defensive end added to our practice squad. So again, the team depth is going further and further, and we're going outside the team now. And with those 4 spots left, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this is. We don't have a quarterback. Remember, we have not put a quarterback on the roster yet. So I would assume that one of those spots will be relegated to a quarterback somewhere down the line, but we shall see. I totally expect it to be filled in its entirety today. Worst case scenario, a spot or 2 goes to tomorrow, but we can't really waste that much time because we'll be traveling to the Kansas City Chiefs very soon. As a matter of fact, practice resumes tomorrow, just 5 days out from the game. So let me know your thoughts on Raymond, the new defensive end for the Detroit Lions, Raymond Johnson III. This guy could be another James Houston, kind of waiting in the wings, practicing with the Detroit Lions, and then he's called up and he can make an impact on the team. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Practice squad is filling up. How do you feel about it? Good depth lining up for the Detroit Lions. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.